Okay, y'all, thank y'all so much for showing up tonight. I see y'all. Um, thank you for investing in your business and spending the time with us to talk all things April. Let me go ahead and drop the notes in the chat. If you guys are watching this recording or on YouTube, you will obviously have the notes in the description once I post it. And I'm also going to post in the chat, oops, the Google Drive folder real quick. And then, yeah, any documents that are not in the Google Drive yet, I will make sure that they get there, but they should be there. Okay. So, as we open up every single meeting, I remind you guys about the group board, the group Google Drive, and our Facebook page. I remind you guys that of every single month because every single month I have people tell me that they don't know about them and that they have no idea what I'm talking about. So make sure you're checking out the featured posts on our Shine Your Light group because if you're on your phone, you do not see them. And then even sometimes when you're on the computer, you might have to click see featured posts. Like sometimes in other groups that I'm in, I have to click featured posts to see them. So make sure you're doing that. Okay. With boards, I know you can see a board even if you don't pay for it. Um, and I have worked pretty hard on trying to keep the boards up to date with especially with pictures because I put them in the board especially for me because then I delete them off my phone because it's a really easy way for me to keep them organized. So definitely always check there. I also have it on my to-do list that I'm going to update a lot of the stuff that's not in the spring summer board that's just like in my main big page. A lot of that stuff needs to be either deleted or updated because we have like the new activity requirements, because we have just some of that stuff's really old. That is on my list of things I'm going to purge and go through and organize. So if you're finding things in there that are old, that's why, but I'm on it. If you have not checked out the workstation since April 1st, I went through today and I found a lot of good things. And I just like having paper in front of me sometimes. But the new compensation plan breakdowns are in there. So that's going to explain that to you. And I printed them out for every single um, rank because I feel it was really good for me to like not that I really needed to like review it, but it was really um it's just really interesting to see exactly how it's broken down because this compensation plan can be really confusing, honestly. But if you go and you look at your specific title, it's going to make a whole lot more sense. So I printed everything out and I'm going to organize it in a binder. Um, later on. And then also this right here was in the workstation, which is really useful. It's the host half price bundle options. And obviously, I mean, I think most of you guys know what we can use host half prices on, but this kind of tells you what you need to type in and it will populate under those half price things. I swear my family is slamming everything in our house behind that door. Um, so there was that. And then there was a few other things on there that I really liked. So boost your sales with simple suggestions. So if you're trying to up your PRV, these had really great like conversations you can have with customers back and forth. So really go look at all those documents. Um, and then there was 10 ways to earn 250 PRV. So that was a really good one. And then this is like how to stay active. So if you're ever confused about how to stay active or like the rules for that or how to keep your team, this is a new document on there. I'm saving all the things and I'm putting links to this in our boards as well, but I'm going to make them into PNG so it'll make sense. And then, so the planning ahead document, y'all, if you are newer, you may not realize that we haven't always had that. We didn't
Mm.
start getting that until probably like maybe
Flash.
like maybe the catalog season previously, and I don't even know if it was that full catalog season. But it's been a really really great thing to have because you can plan out your month, you kind of know what's happening. um it's just been really really beneficial. But this is like a little worksheet that you can use for your month depending on what kind of consultant you are, whether you're a new consultant, a casual consultant, an active consultant, a top selling consultant, or a director. And it just gives you different ideas with using that planning ahead. So if you're ever lost and you're like, I don't really know what to do based on my title, Scentsy giving you something to break that down. And then there was one other thing, and I think I may have already hole punched it, but it is the new consultant emails over the 70 days. Those are updated and in the workstation for us as the sponsor to be able to see. And I'm going to be fully transparent with you. I didn't go and read them all today. I just kind of printed them all off because that's what I was doing. Um, but it's really important for us as sponsors. Yeah, I have no idea where they are. It's really important for us as sponsors to also know what Scentssy's telling them so we can really piggyback off of that because we don't want to give them information overload. I'm getting on a complete other tangent, but I was really impressed with all these different documents on the workstation today. Um, Same thing with the sensational start tracker. That's been updated to where it has all of the like the correct activity things. So super thankful for Scentsy because y'all, when I joined in 2015, we didn't have nothing. We had nothing. And I know like when Anna, Elizabeth, all the other people that have been with us for a long time, we didn't have anything like this on the workstation. So they've been pumping things out and doing really, really well. Okay. Product status list and the news tab. Y'all know to keep up with that. Keep looking at that. Check in your news tab all the time, all the things. We just got done talking about the April planning ahead. I'm not going to break that down for y'all. Y'all can read. There is a picture in our notes. That needs to go away. There's a picture in our notes. I've closed out the notes. That's wonderful for me. There we go. And so that's how you can obviously plan your month. Now, like the whiff box or the woof box and the catitude box, y'all know those things are only while supplies last. So make sure that you're not holding orders because I do believe the last time we had it, they sold out, right? The woof box. I want to say it did. It's been a hot minute, but a lot of times when we have boxes like that, especially with the pet products, people fill it out. Okay. Raise your hand in the chat or tell me in the chat if you know where the consultant calendar is on your workstation. Not the news tab, not the planning ahead, the actual consultant calendar. It's kind of hidden. If you don't, that's okay. It's okay if you don't, because I'm going to tell you. If you're on your computer or you're somewhere where you can actually get on your workstation while you're on this call, I want you to go in your workstation and you're going to click like the More tab, and then you're going to click Calendar. And y'all, there is a calendar right there for you where it has everything for the month laid out. It's color coded. You can actually click on like the all consultant training webinar. You can click on it, and that is going to send you to the place where you need to register for those calls. It's going to tell you that the Mother's Day collection in the Wolf Box released today. It's going to tell you that on the 9th, the customer newsletter sends. It's going to tell us, like, for us, we have a weekly SSD call every single Wednesday at 2 o'clock. So we know that we have that. And then, they are restarting the Scentsy leadership calls. And those are going to be starting every Monday. So if you're not using this, I highly encourage you to do that. If you use a calendar on your phone and you would like to subscribe to it, you can link it to your phone. It's there for you guys to use. If you did not know about the weekly training calls, a lot of people don't use them. I'm not I don't know why. I think, well, I think a lot of times it's because some of them are during the day. So people are like, I can't get on during the day. But guys, you can still register and it'll send you the recording, even if you can't participate during the day. And those will populate in the training center as well. But there's always training from Scentsy going on for you. So there's always a wealth of knowledge um, that if you don't know something at this point, and I know this is going to sound harsh, but like lack of information is not an option. It's not an excuse. You may not know where to find it, but we can find you and we can point you to the direction of finding the information because lack of information is not a thing in this business, at least at this point. Directors and above, weekly leadership calls. Anna, do you want to talk about the Spark sessions and then do you want to talk about SFR right
Yeah.
after that?
Whenever, if you want me
Okay.
to.
Yeah, do that and then
All right.
I'll
So Spark sessions. Everybody, I hope knows about those. So type in the chat if you have already participated in a Spark. Just let me know in the chat. Just type yes, no. Okay. Good deal. Okay, I see some of y'all have. That's amazing. Love it. So they're brand new. They started in January and they are free from Scentsy, more trainings that they're putting out to us. They are 45-minute virtual discussions that focus on spurring business success. So during the Spark sessions, you'll collaborate with other consultants and examine what's working, tackle challenges, create new strategies to propel your business forward. So, and then there's one, two, three, there's several, six different topics you can pick from. Find new customers, increase orders, engage customers, grow your team, engage new teammates, and engage your team. And all these are part of the four focuses that home office is wanting us to work on this year. So everything is for a reason and it's all flowing together to one common goal. Okay. So for me personally, I have attended one Spark each month so far. I Chastity can correct me if I'm wrong. I think in January they were saying limited to one per month, but I think now you can do multiple, right? Okay. Um, and I think there's supposed to be like a cutoff of like 50 consultants per call, but I've never had that many on there. I've had as many as like, I think the most I had was last month. It was like 15 or 16 on there. One, we only had like five. So it's hit or miss depending on the day because there's a lot of days, a lot of times to pick from. Chastity has the link in the notes for the team call that she posted, and it's also on your workstation. You can go and pick whichever topic day works for you. And the ones I have done, I've done engage your team. And specifically in there, we talked about empowering your team to grow your team. That was in January. And in February, I did engaging your customer, elevating customer support, which was really good. But the best one that I've been in, which was very like Sydney from home office, could not hardly get a word in edgewise because we were all talking and it was amazing. Like I didn't want that call to end. And we talked about engaging your team in that one. And I took like 2 pages of notes from people. And my favorite part about the Sparks is it's all titles. Essential. They could have joined yesterday all the way up to SSDs in a small group setting where everybody has something to offer because I think everybody has something. Like I put in the notes, an essential consultant can say something they're doing with their team or their customers, and an SSD can go and take it and run with it and it change their business. You just never know. Everybody has something to offer. So why should you attend? It's a great way to stay inspired and fresh in your business. It's real time interaction with fellow consultants. Like I said, all titles. It's flexible. You pick the day, you're picking the time, you pick the topic, and it's via Zoom. So you can do it. People have been in their cars, outside, in their kitchen, whatever. It's very, flexible. and it's also free. As I mentioned, Scentsy is a free training that they do not have to give us, but they want us to be successful. So utilize that. Um, let's see. And if you don't want to attend your first one alone, get with one of us if we're your sponsor or somebody else on a team or another consultant that you're friends with on another team. Get with them, sign up for the same one and do it together so you can just dive in. And I personally have been trying to do at least one a month. I will say don't try to do too many at one time because then you're going to be overwhelmed with all the different things that you're going to want to implement in your business. So just do a couple, do one, find something that you want to do in your business or for your customers from that spark, and then just run with that and then try something else. But definitely dive into the sparks and get a feel for it and let us know. Just keep us posted because I think they're awesome. So you want me to go ahead and do SFR, Chastity? Okay.
I'm gonna come back to it because I'm gonna
Okay.
do this other stuff first, and then I'm gonna let you
Okay.
talk about it. All right, let me. Okay, so real quick, these are the things we kind of always talk about. Do you guys like these content calendars that I post in the group or in the notes? They're just ideas of what you could post every day. Okay. I don't make these, full disclosure. Other people make these. And then I just kind of share them in the group because I think if you don't know what you want to post that day, or you're kind of wondering what in the world do I do? Yeah, scheduling in your VIP group. Okay, good. Okay. So I will keep posting those. I put one in the actual notes, but in the Google Drive, there are other ones in there as well. If they're not in there, they're in the board, and I'll make sure they all get put in the same place. Okay, so perfect. Now, raise your or talk to me in the chat or raise your hand if you already have a Scentsy Air quad. I do. And if you don't, tell me that too. I just kind of want a poll of if you have one or if you don't have one. And it's okay if you don't. It's okay. Like, don't be afraid to. Okay. 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 This is the month to do it, guys. This is the month to do it. So I see some of you guys saying, yeah. So Elizabeth said she got one when there was a host special. Good. Okay, guys, listen. Those of you that are saying that you do not have one, this is it, baby. This is it. What your job is to go and book your own party right after this. Well, it might be late tonight, but first thing in the morning, you are going to go and you are going to book your own party. Okay. You are going to make your own party, whether that means you're going to have a home party, whether that means you're going to take your testers to work tomorrow, whether that means you are going to go on our boards and you are going to set up your own Facebook group or whatever it is. You are going to set up your own party and you are going to host it so that you can get your own Scentsy Air on special this month. Okay? Because you can get your own Scentsy Air for $49 as a half off with only one half off this month, y'all. So this is the month for you to get one. Okay. Because it's very hard to sell something that you don't have yourself. Okay. Budget that $49, exactly what Anna said. Invest back into your business. Put that $50 or whatever it is after tax and shipping to the side. Host that party and get it. Now, if you don't have the money, I'm not in your pocket. So if you really don't have it, then don't do it because we spend Scentsy money on family, not family money on Scentsy. That is what Orville will always preach. We actually had a call with Heidi and Orville this past Friday. They actually got on and talked to us for 2 straight hours, the SSDs. It was amazing. And he stressed that to us again. You do not spend your family money on Scentsy. So if you cannot afford it, then don't. But if you really want one, go host your own party, baby. Go host your own party, and that's what you're going to do because it is very, very difficult to sell something if you don't have it yourself. Okay. Then once you get that baby, then you're going to start doing videos with it. Then you're going to start doing an unboxing. Then you're going to start sharing it even more. And then you're going to be pumping these pods because pods are the way of the future of Scentsy, period. Because you cannot get our product anywhere else. You cannot get refills anywhere else. Obviously, we're always going to be known as wax and warmers, and our fragrances and our wax and our warmers are elite. Top of the notch. Nobody can touch us. We are the top international fragrance company, hands down, period. Okay. But pods are an amazing solution for people who don't want wax particles or whatever they're wanting to say in the air. They're an amazing solution for people that have young kids running around the house. They're an amazing solution for big, like open areas. But it's very, very hard for you to sell something that you're not using yourself. Okay. If you, I've made a video on the Scentsy Air that's on my, or the Air Quad. Jesus, take the wheel. I'm having to get them all together because we've renamed them all. I have a video on my YouTube about how to use it. Send my YouTube video to your customers. That's okay. If you don't have one, send it to them. Don't tell them to use my link. Tell them to use your link. But if they need if they want to know how it works, send it. Scensy's actually been making some videos too, so go to Scensy's actual YouTube channel and send those. Same thing with an air purifier. I know air purifiers are expensive. It's a big ticket item. I get it. 1000% get it. Have an open link. Keep building those host rewards. Don't cash it in when it gets to 250. When you get to that minimum party link, keep it open, keep it open, keep it open, and get you an air purifier for free. Or, I mean, if history repeats itself, because we have this bingo card and we're doing the air quad, maybe there'll be an air purifier special. I don't know, but I didn't pay for my air purifier. I had a party and I got it with free credit. I kept a party open, kept a party open, kept a party open, and didn't cash it in. That's how I did it. Now, for my air quad, I want a black one. I have the white one. I want a black one. So I'm going to host my own party and I'm going to get another one. It's also on my list to do more videos with my air quad this month. It's in my closet right now because I don't have a plug in my closet. So I have like an extension cord that like goes behind my thing to like weave it in there. So I need to get it out and I'm going to bring it in here and I'm going to do more videos, but you have to show what you're doing. Amber Ryan, if you don't follow her on social media, she does really great reels, really great videos. She's done some really great ones lately with that. Um, use Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as freaking Google. Type in Air Quad or just type in, actually, you can probably still just type in Scentsy Air since the name has just been redone. See what other people are sharing. Okay. Don't go copy their posts, but use those things. You want your customers to see those things too. Okay. So those Scentsy Air deals, these are bomb deals. Okay. So if your customer just wants to buy one, they are going to get, um, I don't even remember what it is at this point. They get 2 free packs of pods, right? Is that right? If they buy it full price. And then with the starter kit, y'all, if someone joins this month on the enhanced starter kit for the enhanced kit is 149. Well, the Scentsy Air and geez, y'all know what I'm talking about, the Air Quad and the 2 pack of pods, that's $135 worth of product right there. That's not including anything from the starter kit. So think about that's like, I'm not going to make up a number because I surely don't know how much that actually is worth altogether. But that join kit is phenomenal. They are getting like so much stuff for $150. That is amazing. Okay. So make sure you're talking about that join kit as well. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, there is a link in the notes all about the Scentsy Air and the Scentsy Air deals. Scentsy gives us these incentives for a reason because they're great products. They know that the Scentsy Air Quad and the air purifier are a little bit higher ticket items. They know that when you buy an air quad, you need 2 packs of pods. So they're giving us an opportunity to help spoil our customers even more. So not only if you don't have one, do you need to host your own party and get one, but you need to be using that as a booking conversation with having other people book parties to get them. You can go in your product purchase history, customer, Jesus, take the wheel. My phone will not stop ringing. If my leaders are texting me, I'm turning my phone on D&D, so I'm not going to see it. Um, I lost my train of thought. You can go search anybody that has ever bought a Scentsy Go or a wall fan or a mini fan. Go reach out to those specific customers and tell them about the Air Quad if you haven't told them those things already. Okay. Oh, the host promotion. Here are my notes. Normally you have to use two half offs. You're not going to have to use two half offs and you're going to get it for $49. Um, okay. And then I've talked about all that stuff. You need to sell two of those. You can sell two Air Quads and that checks you off for bingo for our incentive. So you can get that checked off this month if you can sell two of those on the host special. So that's really, really, really going to help you off. Is it going out for everybody or is that Stephanie? Okay. Okay. It's storming here, so I wasn't sure if it was going out for me too. Um, okay, April curated bundles. There are a bunch of flyers in the Google Drive. I've posted them in the team page as well. Make sure you're using those. Make y'all, you can use those as half offs. I'm pretty sure. The 10 bar bundle, I know I did last month. You can do use those bundles to promote all 10 new scents. Y'all, if you didn't know, anytime I take my 10 bar pictures, I bet a lot of people are wondering why like they don't fall over. It's because I use removable glue dots to take my pictures so that they don't like fall. Because so many years I'm like trying so hard and they're all falling everywhere and it's driving me crazy. So I just use the I use removable glue dots and then I take my pictures and then I undo them. It's a pro tip, y'all. Of course I do. Y'all know I have to. I have to do my Roy G. Biv 10 bar picture every year. So anyway, pro tip right there. If you didn't know, now you know. Um, Scent warmer of the month is that Sakura. I can't say it. We need to sell 5 of those for our bingo. And then that keep on blooming scent that gives me a headache. Sorry, it just does. I'm not a floral person. It's not my favorite. And then you guys know that starting on the 15th is the next scent and warmer of the month. It is coconut blossoms, which you're going to get a bar of that in the whiff box. If you get that this month, yes, you know this. I taught you the secret, Lydia. May warmer of the month is the butterfly wings. I'm going to tell you quick 5 ways to use the scent and warmer of the month, and then Anna, we're going to come to you. We're going to backtrack to you for SFR. Yes, any 5 warmers of the month for bingo. Okay. Samples for scent of the month. I would use 1 bar to make samples for mail. I always do felt samples. The reason why I do that is because they mail flat and they don't weigh as much, and your customers don't need a huge big sample, and I only ever use 1 bar so I can sell the rest of them. Okay. Obviously, you can't just go post on Facebook, I have all these bars to sell, but when someone wants one, you can sell it that way, do things in private messaging, or you can use those bars as booking gifts or a freebie for somebody for purchasing. You can do whatever it is you want to, but I always get scent of the month at least because that gives me a reason to touch base with my customers every single month because it's a brand new scent and because it is 10% off. So it is a sale every single month on those, okay? And then it's especially great now because it now comes in pods. We didn't have that until probably 8 months ago, again, maybe last catalog season. I can't remember exactly when they started putting pods in there, but we never used to get that. So that's a really great thing too. So, yep, host. Oh yeah, I'm literally like repeating myself about everything. I already said all these things. Host gifts, I said that. Um, Prizes, said that already. Opportunity packs, you put samples in there. You also could put a bar in there like when you're giving gifts away. Those are just bars that you could have on hand because you're ordering the kit. Like, I don't suggest just keeping inventory on hand. Like, that's not something that I suggest that you do, right? But when you have scent of the month, you're going to have these extra bars. I suggest only using 1 bar for your business use and then using the rest. You can invest back in your business, but you can either sell them to your customers or you're going to use it as a business write-off by giving them away. And then pre-orders. That is honestly one of the other things that I do the most with it is I do my unboxing, I do my smelling live, I do all of those things. The notes are there. I'm really getting frazzled at the moment. Anna, I'm going to spotlight you. Anna is going to talk to you guys about SFR. Oh, let me tell you real quick. SFR is in, where are we going? Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Minneapolis.
I scheduled our team meeting today. If you did not know, when we go to SFR, we do, as SSDs, we do get to schedule a meeting room. And I'm not going to tell you who I scheduled our meeting with other SSDs yet, but you're going to love it. So I'm going to spotlight you. Ha, there you go.
All right. All right. Now, I do want Chastity to chime in maybe a little bit, and Elizabeth or whoever else who has been to an SFR, or you can type it in the chat, because I know some people have been to more than I have. But anyway, y'all can go and read all this stuff on your workstation. But Scentsy Family Reunion happens once a year in the summer. And like she said, we're going to Minneapolis, Minnesota. I will only go in the summer. I'm not going to Minnesota in the winter. Y'all can forget that. I don't think Chastity's gonna go either. So this is the only time I'm gonna go. I've never been there, so we're gonna go. And registration open March 10th. It is still open. I do recall Heidi and Orville saying there might be like limited space, so I would not wait till the last minute to register.
There is
That
limited spacing. Don't
yeah.
wait.
So that's for in person. Cost is $350. I forgot to say it's July 29th through the 31st. Leadership, if you're DQ and above, that is on the 28th. Um, in person, $350 per consultant or guest. There is a virtual option, which includes the spirit kit and the giveaways. Okay, there are lots of giveaways at SFR. Like you need to pack an extra empty bag to bring your giveaways back. That's also 350. And then there is also just a virtual streaming only options. It's $52. $52. And you could save a little bit if that's all you can do, save a little bit each paycheck to register for that $52. Um, if you're looking at the notes, I include a couple pictures from two of mine. I personally only been to two in person until this year. In 2000 and in 2019, I went to Austin, Texas. I earned the actual incentive trip, and I didn't go to that one, so I applied it to Austin, and I went all expensive paid, flights and everything. It was amazing, amazing. And then I hit director in October of that year. So, did SFR have a play a part in that? Probably. Probably. And if you're looking at the notes, there's a picture of me on a scooter. I rode a little scooter thing for the first time. It was amazing. So it's not just about the trainings and all that stuff. It's just about having fun and meeting new people. I stayed with some new people, made lots of other new friends. But then I also went to one in Charlotte in 2023 because it's right here, 2 hours away. Of course, I'm gonna go. But all the other ones I did virtually because I didn't want to miss those. So I'm not. I know everybody cannot go every year. I can't. But I'm gonna try now because I have a different job and my summers are open, so that's why I'm going. Um, and then I also put a picture in there with Charlotte and Sir Purr, the Panthers. Come a Panther fan. But why should you attend? You're going to meet and connect with other consultants from all over, hear from top leaders, get exclusive training, product reveals. That's a biggie. You get to see the products. You're probably going to go home with a lot of the products for the next season. Recognition. If you're doing sensational start levels, there's 5 years. If you've been there 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, you get to walk the stage. Directors get to walk the stage. There's different levels and different awards that you can go and walk the stage, which is pretty cool. Or even if they ask you to stand up, you're doing a lot of standing because they're going to recognize. It's awesome. Um, the atmosphere. It's hard. If you've been to World Tour, this is like World Tour times 1,000 or 5,000. I mean, it's amazing, because it's so much bigger. But the Scentsy spirit. So start planning if you haven't already. I think we shared this last call, but there is the Canva template for the budget tracker and a photo of that. But y'all have anything to add Elizabeth V or Chastity?
Just go. It's nerve-wracking, but it is worth every single moment and every single heart palpitation that you have. And you sit with your team. So
Yeah.
you'll sit with like our group. I think like at World Tour, it's like a free for all, but like on the back of your badge, it says like where we sit.
Yeah, you'll be assigned seating in our rows with us. So you'll be assigned with me. So you won't
And
be
then
like
it's
having to find a seat
and then Chastity, kind of like World Tour, like we have a group. Like you're not alone ever.
unless you choose to be. Yeah.
Yes, unless you don't want to be with us, that's fine. But we don't want you to be alone.
Right. You don't have to be
So
alone.
that is definitely, I was super nervous and I've been to, gosh, I went to Austin and then all the virtual Charlotte, no, Salt Lake, Charlotte, and then Orlando. And it was hard. I was a new mom for Charlotte. Like it was in June. I was July, 2 months postpartum. Thank God it was in Charlotte. But if it wasn't, like I still would have gone and I would have taken a family member. That's how
Can
much
I
like
tell,
I'm
can I
not
tell,
gonna miss it.
can I tell what you did, Elizabeth?
What did I do?
I was gonna post a picture of us walking the stage.
Oh, I was flipping, pumping, y'all. I was
On the
pumping
stage?
on stage.
I did
I
not
had
know
my
that.
pumps on, like literally,
That is
and no
funny.
one would know. But yeah,
No,
but Anna
You
and
know,
Anna could probably hear them. But you know what, y'all? I was too
it was
much
loud. You probably couldn't
mom,
hear him.
and I went and I made it happen because I was not gonna miss it. Like I made my mom come down. Mom, I don't even had to spend thousands of dollars for because we have a farm. But like it is once you go one time, you're not gonna miss it
Hmm.
ever again. So I know it's hard for us to be like, you need to, or like for y'all, like you need to go, but literally y'all. And we're gonna get to go to the Mall of America for like that's part of our ticket.
Yeah. I don't really know what that is, but I'm here for it. So
Me either. Yeah, we went to Universal last year
they
and that
always
we
they
got
treat us like royalty.
so
Like,
yeah, so you need to go. If you have any questions, like reach out. If you need like roommates, reach out. I mean, I stayed with somebody I didn't even know my first year. And like I don't like people. I mean, I do,
me
but I
either.
don't. So like you do what you got to do to save money. So that's all.
Yeah.
Just
And
go.
I mean, I can just say that I wouldn't be here if I didn't go to my very first reunion. My very first SFR absolutely, fundamentally, completely changed my outlook on Scentsy, period. Um, like I truly didn't know what Scentsy stood for, why all these people were crazy ride or die Scentsy. Like I genuinely did not get it. I did not get it until I went, and I've never missed one. And God willing, I'll never have to. Um, and it really makes me emotional when I talk about it because I didn't know Amber Ryan at all. Never met her. And I rode with her, and I don't like people like at all. Like, not that I don't like people, but I'm very introverted. I don't roommate with people, period, usually. And I literally had like no money. This was in the heat of me being a single mom. And I rode with her to Nashville. We roomed with another girl, and Amber Ryan and I are still best friends to this day, and we're both SSDs now. And that is because we were in Nashville, because we both sat there next to each other as teachers, and we were like, we are never coming back here and not walking that damn stage. We are never not gonna be like a part of this. And so don't spend family money on Scentsy. If it's something that you can absolutely not make work, then don't. Then don't. But if you're serious about your business and you really feel that you are all in, I'm going to encourage you to try your best to be there. You are going to get 10 times more than the $350 that it's going to cost you to register. You are going to be set for the fall. You are going to make the best memories and make the absolute best friends. Yeah, absolutely, Anna. Let me get my
All right,
shit
so
together.
I left this part out. So one of the ways that I'm going this summer, because like I said, I have a different job. At my last job, I only was allowed 10 vacation days a year. So I had to pick an event. I had to pick SFR or the incentive trip that I earned, and then squeeze in a family vacation with 10 days. But now my job has changed, so I get summers off. Thank you, God. This was the God thing. But I took a huge pay cut, a huge pay cut. So, how I am going to Minneapolis, I still have to buy my flight. I earned level two of the incentive trip, but I chose to forego the cruise. I know I wanted to go, but we just didn't want to pay that to buy my husband in. So we took a amazing family vacation with our boys last month, and so I'm using it to go. Everything's paid for except for the flights to Minneapolis. So that's how I'm going. So there are ways around it. You don't have to do if you earn an incentive trip, you don't have to go on the trip. You can pick SFR. So
Yep.
ways.
Thank you for that, for sure. Okay, y'all. So I'm going to stop being emotional now. Okay. So in the notes, it's the whiff box challenge. I challenge you guys to sell 10 whiff boxes every single month. Y'all know that. I have broken it down again. I made the graphics for you of like the what's inside the whiff box spoiler. There is this is really ridiculous, like with me wiping my makeup off right now. The breakdowns in there, it is $48 worth of product that they are going to get for $35. They're getting that rainbow clip that is an exclusive. It was offered last year, but now it's back, but you can only get it in the box. And then that Quaint Country Rain fragrance flower with the blue oil. You can't buy that anywhere in the website right now. And then a coconut blossom bar, which is the May scent of the month. And then the I'm gonna ruin this name. Sagaro. I was a teacher, but I was really not great at pronouncing words I didn't know clearly. Um, and another bar. The template link, if you want to edit it or do whatever you want to do with it, is down there in the notes. If you sell 10 whiff boxes, you are automatically active. You sell them. If you sell them at full price, you're gonna get 28 PRV. If you sell them, you're going to be good to go and you'll be active for the month. And we all know that that's things that we want to do, right? Keep your eyes on the announcements for, I guess, Puddles and Petals collection is coming later this month because Wolfbox and Mother's Day has already been announced. Tell me in the chat if you are already keeping up with your bingo. Keeping up with your bingo. Sometimes I just bring on a British accent. Sometimes this is going to drive me crazy. I'm going to have to fix this real quick. Sorry, guys. It's real bad. Okay. It's not, Jesus, that didn't even do anything. Why does it look so bad on camera? Okay. So, and guys, you are on here. So, Stephanie, you are rocking it out, baby girl, because you are on this call. And that is like amazing. You are showing up, showing up, showing up, showing up. Okay. So, if you don't know what bingo is or what I'm talking about, on your workstation, there is an incentive tab. And also in the notes, you're going to have, I've linked the bingo board and the FAQ. That is going to break it down way more than I'm going to do right now because we broke that down last month, but that's going to do a way better job than anything I'm going to tell you right now. So let me show you. There is, how are you guys keeping up with it? Tell me in the chat real quick. What are y'all doing to keep up with it? How are you doing it? Like to count your numbers or whatever. Okay, making tiny notes. In the notes section, there is another little template that I think Amber made. Yeah, the 2 sheets. Okay, so I have that one as well, like where you can check these off. That's also in our Google Drive folder. I put that one in there as well. Okay, let me show you something. It may not be that great, but I'm going to show you anyway. And then I'm going to hurry up because this is taking a long time. I've talked way too much. Oops, hold on. Okay. I guess allow, I don't know. Can y'all see my screen? Okay. Why is it not big? Now is it big? Is it big across the screen? Okay. All right. So here's a different one where you can actually like write down 15 clean if you want to write down specific ones, 5 warmer of the month. If you want to do it like that, that's fine. I am using this one. And what I do is write the date in each of those little boxes. So like when I get an order, and what you can do is like check your orders tab every day or every morning and go in and see if anything qualifies. But I'm a freak and I like get super scared and I double count or like double check like 18 million times because I'm weird and I'm so scared I'm gonna like miss it. So let me tell you what you can do. And I'm gonna stop sharing real quick so that I can show you and not get kicked off YouTube. Um, so what you're gonna do, so I tell you the right buttons to click, is you're gonna go to your workstation and then you're gonna click reporting and then you're gonna click my customers. Then you're going to click product purchase history. And then you're going to click the dates you want. So for instance, I'm just going to leave the dates as what they are. So because this started, when did this start? March 1st, right? So I can leave it as March 1st until today's date. Okay. I'm going to leave the product name blank and you're just going to click search. Okay. Then once you export that to Excel, you are going to have a bunch of data. Okay. Now, let me tell you what you're going to do with it. And I'm going to show you. Now I can share my screen. I just wanted to make sure I did it, told you the right buttons. You are going to delete everything out of that export. Go away. You are going to delete everything out of that export except for I kept the order date and the product name and the quantity. Okay. And then I added these right here because these are the what am I calling it? The different categories, right? Okay. And so then what I did, and I know this is really like, this is probably just the same exact thing, but I don't know why I went and took away the highlights. But what I did was like, I went and highlighted the different categories. So like this was fluffy, this was laundry. So I did it blue. Pods, I did green. With box, I originally did purple, but then I had to go back because I remembered in March, one item for the whiff box counted as a new catalog item because it had that new warmer in it, which I already knew I sold 2 whiff boxes, so that was beside the point. But technically, I guess you could go in here and delete all of the products that weren't qualified, but I didn't do that. So this is just up to what ships. So this is what has shipped so far. So technically only up to 4/4. Now, up here, I added a column and you can do this sum formula. I literally just YouTubed it. I just said, how do I add the columns? And it literally told me that formula. And I put the formula in this thing right here and it automatically added those for me. So then when so now the next time I go to my product history, oh, it's going to show y'all people's damn names. I don't want to get kicked off. The next time I go pull my stuff, I will only do it from like that date. So I know that it only shipped from 4/4. And so then when I go pull my product history, I will do it from 4/4 to whatever the next date is. Does that make sense? Anna, does that answer your question? And I know that that's like probably way more complicated than it needed to be. But if I wanted to double check my stuff, and this would just be like an easier way. And honestly, what you could do instead of reading them is you could click Command F and you could search the word pod and then do it that way. But so, Anna, that's exactly why I'm doing that because one of my friends, I'm not gonna say her name, she's an SSD, she missed the 20-year, 12 months by one bar. By one bar. One bar. One bar. She miscounted. It was one bar. So it's not happening to me, baby. Okay. And so now I'm freaked out. So I'm going to double count. And my counts worked. So I was right here and then this was right too. So anyway, that was way longer than it needed to be. But that is a way that you could double check yourself if you wanted to. The whole sum thing, don't let it freak you out. You literally, it took me 2 seconds. Like you type in sum and it literally tells you exactly what to do. Okay. Gosh, this is getting long. Okay. Now, um, Boards has so many mock parties. Guys, we are a party plan company. Period. Hands down, never going away. Okay. I have some statistics I'm going to share with you here in a second, but the boards, my board in Shine Your Light group or whatever, has so many mock parties in it. I like went on a hunt one day and there's probably 15 different ones in there. Find one. Take the time to make one or two sound like you, and you will be ready for the whole season. Okay? Go book some parties. They're there for you for a reason. There's tons on Facebook too that I've also posted in the page. Um, so many people are sharing resources with you. Please don't say you can't throw a Facebook party because they are there for you. You just have to go take the time to edit it a little bit. Put some pictures of yourself in there. Make it sound like you. That does take a little bit of time. I'm not going to lie to you. It takes a little bit. But once you make one or two, take one day, fix your hair and makeup and change clothes. Take some pictures. That's what I do. I take pictures and you will be set for the season for 6 months for the most part, and you'll just have to edit it here and there. Go do some Facebook parties. But on that note, the board has all the things. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget about that. Um, to quote the amazing Melissa Gratz, we need wax under noses, not posts under thumbs. Wax under noses, not posts under thumbs. Guys, we sell fragrance. Okay. This is beautiful. It makes my heart so happy. But smelling it makes my heart even more happy. And this creates way more of an impact and way more of a memory than me posting this beautiful Roy G. Biv stack of bars that I took way too long putting together. And I'll take way too long coming up with a damn post. And I'll take way too long doing any of those things. Right? This is something that brought me joy. I do it every catalog season because it's just what I do. And I've done it since 2015 and I'm not going to quit now because that's who I am. But we need fragrance under noses, period. Okay. I'm going to use an example of what Melissa Gratz literally said. She said she put a bar of the scent of the month, which I'm not going to do because I hate that scent. But she put a bar in her pocket and was picking up her daughter and was like, scent of the month, yay or nay? Scent of the month, yay or nay? And they said yay. Don't know why, because that sounds awful. But then it went for a sale. Okay. Obviously, everybody's not going to like the same scents. Not me. But like, that's as simple as it is. She literally had, and I mean, I got pockets. Wear pants with pockets, baby. Put some scents in your pocket. Have testers with you. Guys, we've got to stop sitting behind our phone and sitting behind the computer and just posting. This is a fragrance company, okay? So, and I'm still going to continue to quote her for a second. So she was like, this was a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 moment for her. If you've never heard of the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins, please go look it up. It should be a quick video. She changed my life with that rule when I heard her speak live. People smell things they like and they buy it. Okay. Something else that Callie or somebody else said, even when people are broke, even when people are broke, they buy cigarettes, alcohol, chocolate, and fragrance. They find a way. They find a way to buy chocolate, cigarettes, alcohol, and fragrance. They do. Their house ain't gonna smell bad. They go get them cigs. They go get that beer, and they go make something smell good because they got to cover the smell up for all the other shit. Okay, so they're going to buy it. Make it easy for them by offering them a scent, but you have to make it easy. Okay, now why do you think Sam's, Costco, etc.? Why do you think that they are out there handing out samples? And why do you think they do it on the busiest day on a Saturday? They ain't doing it on a random Tuesday when everybody at work. They're doing it on a Saturday at 1 in the afternoon because number one, everybody's hungry. Number two, that's when everybody's shopping. They're sampling out mini tacos. You didn't go there for mini tacos, but you just ate a mini taco and now you're buying mini tacos. Same thing with fragrance. You're passing out samples, you're letting people smell it. They weren't going to the basketball game or the baseball game to buy fragrance, but now they're smelling it and they want some fragrance and they want their house to smell like that and they're going to buy it because they like it. So if you are going to your kids' sports games, if you are going to those things and you don't have fragrance with you, you are doing yourself a disservice and you ain't working, you ain't the Scentsy lady. And I mean, I just have to say that. Like, you should have fragrance with you everywhere you go. You should never be caught Scentsy naked. Period. And I mean, just facts. You should have at least samples, at least a scent circle. You should have fragrance on you, okay? You're a consumer, so pay attention to your own buying behavior. Next time you buy something, what made you purchase it? Did you see it on Instagram? Did a friend suggest it? Was there an ad? Did it smell good? Did it smell bad? Replicate that buying behavior. So think about what makes you buy things. Nobody's going to buy something if they don't know about it, okay? Previous statistics have said that it takes someone seeing something 7 to 8 times before they actually go and purchase. Someone, a reputable source told me that number is actually higher now, so I would have to go and actually look up what the data on that is, but it probably is because times are a little bit harder now. We know that they're still going to buy fragrance and all those other things. They're going to buy smaller batches as well. That's also something that is trending with consumer trends, is instead of making larger purchases, their consumers right now are more apt to making small, I don't want to say like impulsive purchases, but small purchases. TikTok shop. Think about how many times you'll spend $5, $6, $12. That is more what consumers are doing right now. Okay. So have fragrance with you. Replicate, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So listen, and the reason why I'm coming back and I'm saying all of this about fragrance and having it with you, because if you're on this call, you're here for a reason. And I'm saying all of this because most of you guys, if you're on this call, you're already investing in your business. It's 9 o'clock and I'm going over what our normal time is. But this message isn't necessarily for you because you're probably doing these things, right? You're probably going to be here because listen, I'm going to be here. I'm going to outlast all these mofos that are going to walk away and leave. All these mofos that are being negative. All these people that are going to walk away. I know Anna's going to be here. I know Vive's going to be here. I know Elizabeth's going to be here. Are y'all going to be here? I think you are. I want you to tell me if you're going to. But this message is for you to take back to your teams and bring them along with you. This message is for you to go find all those positive people that you want to bring with you, that want to bring fragrance into people's lives, that want to bring happy memories, that want to lift people up, because Scentsy's going to be here and I'm going to be here. But who else is going to be here? Because at the end of the day, somebody's got to sell it, and it's going to be us. It's going to be me. It's going to be Anna. It's going to be Elizabeth. It's going to be Vive. It's going to be y'all that are showing up on this call. Who are we going to bring with us? Okay. So let me share some quick little statistics. And I actually have some quotes I also want to share in a second. So these are from leadership, and Dan kind of already shared these from before, but the average PRV per consultant from 2018 versus 2024 is the same. Okay. So the average PRV from 2018 to 2024 is the same. A lot of people are saying, oh, we're in a dip, we're in this, we're in that. The average PRV is the same, guys. It's the same. But We asked all those people to join. We asked all those people to just join to buy from themselves. We asked all these people to do all that, but they're not here anymore. Right? So that's why it looks like the sales are down. We had way more consultants, but the PRV is still the same. Our customers, it's also proven, our customers are still buying the same amount of Scentsy, right? There's just not as many consultants. But listen, y'all, we are in a multi-billion-dollar industry. The fragrance industry is doing nothing but growing. Period. It's on the up and it's going to continue to grow. The question is if you're going to be here to sell that, okay? But listen, 70% of parties last year were hosted by consultants. It's not okay. Our job is to go get other people to party with us. We have to grow our customer base. We have to grow and bring more customers to Scentsy. We know our product is elite. We have to make sure that we're sharing that with everybody else. Now, and I'm just going to address this real quick. I really haven't had very many people complain about anything, but let's explain this really quick. One of the reasons why our PRV has changed from like 200 to 250 or the party tiers is because in 2018, the average party that a consultant did, like the average number of customers that was in a party in 2018 was 5. Okay. That sounds great, but they aren't partying. But the average party, hold on. Okay, no. Hold on. The average, so in 2018, a consultant on average would do 5 parties. Okay. In 2024, the average consultant would do 12. That sounds great, but it's not because we're partying more. Because in 2018, there would be 5 people taking advantage of our host rewards, right? But in 2024, we had 12 people taking advantage of our host rewards, but they weren't customers. They were consultants. And that's not what our businesses are technically set up to be. And so Jen Audette made a really great point, and she said, you will never hear me ask people to join just to buy back from themselves. And that's something that I really got in the habit of doing because that's why I originally joined. But if you're in an event and you look at the amount of product that you can get for hosting versus the amount of product that you can get by getting paid back on it, it's really not a great idea to join just to get paid back on your own purchases, technically. I mean, in the long run, you can get way more product for hosting a party if that's what you want to do. Heather Gorsuch did a way better job than I did to explain it. So we need to bring all the positive people in. And so what Jen Audette says to people, and she has been a top recruiter. She's always a top recruiter. She almost always earns annual mentor. She has been with Scentsy, I think 15 years, maybe more. Since she hit SSD over 10 years ago, she has never not been paid at title. Shining Star winner. She is the most, I look up to her so much. She is the most amazing and kind human. And she's like, everybody seems to overcomplicate it. And what she says is, if you could use an extra $200 to $500 a month and you love fragrance, try it. You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. You can't fail unless you quit before you give yourself the chance to succeed. So you can't fail unless you quit before you give yourself the chance to succeed. It's truly that simple. It all comes down to the number of people you're sharing the opportunity with. There are so many people that need $200 for groceries right now. It could be life-changing for them. It could be absolutely life-changing for them. So think about that. And I just wanted to share those statistics with you guys because I think it's really, really important. I know people we all are going back and all you ever hear us talking about is partying, partying, and partying. But that's how I built my business. That's how all of these OGs built their business, was getting wax under noses, fragrance under noses. We were not sitting behind the computer. And I think that that's where some people are frustrated in their businesses, because they came on during the pandemic where they just had to sit back and post and people were buying. Well, guys, we were all stuck in our house. We had nothing else to do but sit in our house and make it smell good. We had the perfect product for the pandemic. We still have the perfect product, but we really had the perfect product then. I mean, because literally no one was leaving their house. So all anybody wanted to do was fragrance their space. So it just has to do with the reframing of your mind and knowing that Scentssy's not going anywhere. We're going to be here. None of the negative things that you may see or think or hear are true. If you have a question about anything that you see or you hear or you read on the internet about it, please come to me. I am an open book. I will tell you anything that you want to know. Don't be scared to ask me. It's not going to offend me. I would rather you have an open and honest conversation with me about it, because I've had some people leave, but I think that they left over something that over feelings, not fact. Over feelings, not fact. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know any other company whose CEOs would come on a Friday when they had other things to do and sit on a call with us for 2 hours. First of all, speak their mind and like speak life into us, and then take whatever questions we had. And I know that they didn't do that for everyone. That's just not feasible, but they use us as their hands and feet to build that belief in everybody else, because nobody else would do that. There's no other network marketing company that you are going to see someone do that with. And I'm also going to tell you that because we are a debt-free company. There's no other stakeholders in this business. Some other person can't come tell Heidi and Orville what to do. Whereas companies that you've seen change their change their compensation plan, Rodan and Fields, whatever other ones that have changed. I know Rodan and Fields specifically, they had investors that will no longer continue to invest. Those people have the power to tell those people what to do. No one has the power to tell Heidi and Orville what to do. We are a debt-free company and they have cash flow, and they are stewarding our businesses to protect us and to not go into a place where we would be in trouble. We're not in trouble. We're not. We're Gucci, guys. But the future lies with us and who's going to be here and who's going to do something about it. So I know I just got on a soapbox that nobody asked for, but I'm so excited about the future of Scentsy. I'm not going to Summit this year, which is absolutely heartbreaking for me. I have no childcare because Chase is teaching a block of instruction at the police academy where he's working all night. He can't get I have no one to get my kids. And you know what? That's okay. Sometimes we can't go to everything. We can't. And that's okay. So, but I know that my people that are there are going to be advocating for us. And you know what's amazing? Heidi and Orville said, I don't want to cry. He was like, I know some of you guys cannot be there for whether it's for monetary reasons, because you had other obligations or whatever. He was like, I can promise you, I don't care what we have to do. We will find a way to video you guys in so you are not missing out on being able to have the conversations about the changes that we are talking about making. Nobody else does that. Nobody else cares that much. So anyway, y'all. So Stephanie, that is something. So Stephanie says, I've had some people that want to buy stuff, but the cost is too much for them. and others that want specifics that we don't offer. So what's great about Scentsy is they can get it for free or half off. So offer them a party. I get it. Money's tight. I do. I do. And if you, I'm not sure what specifics, um, maybe you can get with your sponsor and you guys can come up with a solution. Obviously, we don't have the perfect fragrance solution for every single thing, but I do feel like we can usually come up with some solutions for lots of different things. But oh yeah, so Anna also said, and all the kids are working for Scentsy too. Yeah, and they're taking a huge hands-on role, and I can't really speak about a lot of things, but there's exciting new things that are coming. So I have full faith in this company. And real quick, because I literally am talking way too much, but hold on. I found these quotes. If you have ever been worried about someone judging you for doing this, the people judging you are the ones too scared to do anything worth judging. So if you're worried about what Sally Sue from your hometown is thinking about you being the Scentsy lady, they're just too scared. Because listen, y'all, they're gonna be judging you no matter what. Everybody's gonna be judging. Everybody's a judge and judge that judges. Everybody's gonna have a thought. Everybody's gonna have something to say. So please don't worry about them. The difference between good and exceptional, doing the basics consistently. Doing the basics consistently. What does that look like? Getting wax under, no, or getting fragrance. I want to quit saying wax because it's not just wax. Getting fragrance under noses. That's your job. Fragrance under noses is your job. Okay? That's what a basic is. All this extra stuff, put your head down and get to work. Quit looking at all the social media stuff. It doesn't even matter. Okay? Um, Most people quit when things get repetitive. The irony is that repetition is what creates success. Once again, keep repeating the same things. I know it can be frustrating in the middle where it feels like you're putting in all the work, but you're not seeing the payoff. The payoff will come. All the work you're putting in right now is going to pay off 6, 7, 8 months from now. And I know it's hard, but listen, you're never too old, too far behind, or too broken to make a comeback. Life doesn't care where you start. It rewards those who refuse to quit. Refuse to quit. Refuse to quit. If you have to start your business completely over because everybody on your team walked away, refuse to quit. Be the ones that are still here. You don't need more motivation. You need a reason so strong that failure isn't an option. You need a reason to work your business so strong that failure isn't an option. Um, so this is where okay, so first you suck, then you suck less, then you're okay, then you're good, then you're great. Next thing you know, all they're asking is how you got so lucky. But you can't skip the middle. You can't skip the middle. Anna is the absolute freaking queen of no excuses. Like, no excuses whatsoever, ever, ever, ever. And then you can't beat 99% of people simply by continuing to work without needing immediate reward. You can't outbeat them. You can't be the 1% if you just need an immediate reward. Um, this is what I was trying to say earlier. I don't know if it was on here or if I was trying to I was trying to say it at the beginning and I couldn't get it together. It has never been easier to be successful. All the information is here, right? But it's also never been easier to be distracted. Boom! Hit me right in the face. It has never been easier to be successful because everything that you could ever want to know is right here. But everything that can distract you is right here too. So know that. I turn my phone on D&D so much because I will pick it up out of habit and get distracted. But all the information that you could possibly need is right there. Stick to your plan. And then this is the last one, and promise I'm gonna let you go. The biggest risk to your future isn't your competition. It's the distractions you insist on keeping in your life rather than doing the things you know you should be doing but aren't. Those distractions, aka following people that make you feel like shit, watching everybody else that are doing things that you compare yourself to. Like, don't feed your distractions. One of the best things that I ever did when I was first building my business was I muted, or I don't know what it was called back then, but I didn't unfriend them, but it was like I snoozed them or something. Almost every single Scentsy consultant I knew, I snoozed them on my Instagram and on my Facebook, on everything. Why? Because I didn't need to know what they were doing. I needed to do what I needed to do, which was talk to people that were not in Scentsy and stop comparing myself to everybody that was in Scentsy, because I was working full time as a teacher and I had two kids and I couldn't do all of the people I was looking up to were people that worked Scentsy full time and had the time to do all the fun, pretty stuff. And I didn't have that time. And that was feeding my distractions. So I'm telling you right now, if all you see on your social media feed is a bunch of Scentsy people, mute them, mute them, because I promise the algorithm thinks that you want to see that stuff. And it's just because that's what you're posting as your content. But that's really not what you want to see. You want to see people that aren't doing those things. Anyway, this is way longer. Does anybody else have anything to say or ask? Sorry, y'all. Done is better than perfect. Stop trying to make it perfect. Done is better than not done at all. Absolutely. Comparison is a thief of joy. Do not compare my almost 10 years to your new. Even more so, like, gosh, our businesses were so different when I joined. Like, you can't even compare, like, because of the technology differences. And we didn't need graphics and all the things. It was so much easier back then. Gosh, why can't we go back to that? Delete all these things. All right. Yes. Thank you guys so much for showing up. I appreciate y'all. I see y'all that are showing up. You guys are the ones that we want to work with. I do understand. I'm not throwing shade at people that can't be on all the time, but I see y'all. Y'all are consistent. Y'all are here almost every single time. Leaders meeting is on Wednesday. I'm opening that up to all of my people, even if you're not technically a leader yet. If you're hungry and you want to grow, show up. We got you. You can be there. We want you there. We will feed into you. Love y'all. Mean it.